Today was class number 18, Punch Block Series 5, and the Haymaker Punch Defense. This is actually my second time taking this class. So tonight, Sam, Bobby, and Hiron were our instructors, and they were breaking it all down for us, and I learned a lot. Couple of things. The first thing I will say is that when you're doing the rollover technique, which is what tripped me up the last time, it felt really hard, it felt really clunky. One thing that they said tonight that was helpful for me is you need to keep your body rigid. Your core engaged and your legs should be heavy. That way, when they swing your leg around, it kind of helps you pivot. I don't know why, but nobody said that before. I was trying to turn it all on my body, and I just thought, oh, I'm too big, I'm too chubby, I'm too lame. But that wasn't the case. If I kept my body rigid, kept my leg heavy, when they would toss my leg, my body naturally turned in that direction, and it freaking worked out. The other thing they said is if you don't turn naturally, you can kind of shrimp out a little bit, and there's a variation of how to put your leg down and shrimp a little bit to get your body over and get your leg in a position. But you know what? I didn't freaking need it, because if I kept my body rigid, engaged my core, when they would swing the leg, I naturally went into that position. Another helpful thing, another helpful tip was they said that whatever leg they grab, whatever side they're on, when they swing it, that's the hip you're going to go on. So if they grab your right leg, you're going to turn on your right hip. Your right hip should be on the mat. And so I thought, okay, that's helpful. So if they're swinging my right leg, my right hip should be on the mat. That sounds weird unless you've done it before. If you haven't done it before, try it. If it's the right leg, your right hip's going to be on the mat. If it's the left leg, your left hip's going to be on the mat. And in our pre-class warm-up, people, they say if you never did it before, come to this side of the mat. One thing Bobby was doing is in the warm-up, she had us throw your leg over, right? Like a big timber, like a big tree, throw your leg over, and then pull your leg out to get back to straight. And so that exercise of throwing the leg over and getting used to my hips kind of like a clock, like a seesaw, like a windshield wiper. That little windshield wiper kind of warm-up move was helpful later on when we did the actual rollover technique, because I was used to that back and forth motion. And if my leg is rigid and heavy and my core is engaged, when they swing the leg, I know I'm going tick-tock or windshield wiper, timber, or whatever you want to call it. It's hard to explain, but if you've done this class before and you found it hard to get your body turned over to get in position for the rollover technique, remember, whatever leg they're throwing is the hip you're going to end up on. And remember to keep your core engaged, keep your leg heavy, and when they swing it, if you need to shrimp, you can shrimp a little bit, but when they swing it, use your other leg like a freaking windshield wiper, like whee, okay? I hope that helps. That's kind of random, but that's something that stood out to me and helped me out tonight. It's raining. My windows might fog up a little bit because I'm still sweaty. I just left the mat. I think that's it. The Haymaker Punch Defense is always fun. One thing that Sam said tonight that I think is important is you have to practice de-escalation. He was saying that a lot of times, before somebody throws the Haymaker, they give you what he calls pre-assault something clues. I know that I've mentioned this guy before, Tony Blauer of the Spear System. I've read and I've studied some of his stuff. Never took a class with him, but I've read some of his stuff and watched some of his videos. I think he calls them pre-context clues. So clues that something is about to go down. And so we practice those clues today. We practice talking trash, and we practice the the looking around and the body position, the body posturing to get in position to throw the Haymaker. So if you're just practicing the Haymaker, but you're not practicing the pre-context clues or the pre-assault clues, you're missing out on something. The other thing I will say is if you're not practicing de-escalation, like when they say, what did you say about my mama? You got to say, I don't even know your mama. I'm sorry. Your mama's a beautiful lady, whatever. So we had some fun with that today, where one person was talking trash. Another person was trying to de-escalate. And of course, you keep your hands up to de-escalate. You keep your hands up because it makes it easier to shield and protect yourself. It makes it easier to defend. Your hands are already in a good position. It looks great to anybody that's observing. Cops, video, whatever. My hands are up. I'm not trying to fight this guy. I'm in a neutral stance. My hands are up, and I'm trying to talk him down. That's a win-win situation. So practice the whole thing, not just the moves. Practice the context. What's happening before the punch is thrown. Practice de-escalation. Practice reading the person's body language to see which side the punch is coming from, when they're going to throw it, what they're saying, how they're saying it. And of course, it's always fun. We talked about this before, talking trash and figuring out what you're going to say. Tonight, I was talking trash about somebody talking trash about my mama, taking the last carton of eggs at Costco. I think somebody was looking at my girl's butt. I don't know. You make up whatever you want to make it feel fun or, intense, whatever. And then you practice de-escalating and trying to talk them down, and you practice, defending the Haymaker punch. So tonight was fun. I always like taking classes here that I took before because I like to see the Gracie way, how they teach it here. And there's usually context, clues, inside information that I didn't get at the previous place, because There's method to the teaching madness. There is technique and skills and context that I think only the Gracies can give you. And I don't mean that in any kind of, shill sort of a way. I just really think that these guys do it the best. I mean, I had some people that were watching class today. I think they were just, watching it to see if they might want to sign up. And I thought about it. If I was brand new and I'd never taken a jiu-jitsu class before, I'd never taken self-defense before, I'd never taken martial arts before, these guys are giving ideas and insight and application that most places and most schools do not. It's been a little while. I'm glad to be back. I'm not going to make any excuses. Life has been lifing. So school's almost over. We're out next week. Then I'll be able to train all summer. I'm looking forward to that. But I think that's it. If you have any questions, if you have any opinions, thoughts, feelings, if you have any questions about the rollover technique, or if you have any insights or input on the rollover technique or the Haymaker punch defense or anything we talked about today in class number 18, let me know in the comments. If you just want to say hi because it's been a while, let me know in the comments. Say hello. And I will see you hopefully very, very soon. So stay focused, stay positive, stay vigilant. See you next time.